Last time on Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice.
No.
And now back to Apollo Justice 2.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Last time we left off, we did the first trial part of Chapter 5, and we found out that Garan is the prosecutor, and that the Inga has the facial thing, what is it called? Like blurred face disorder or whatever. It's prosopagnosia is what it's called. What else? I don't know. I think that's about it. And we learned that he died. Oh, alright, there's a spirit channeling thing, and Maya might have done it. But I have a feeling we're going to ask about it, and she'll be like, what? I never did that. And then we'll be like, and then we'll point to the queen, but she has an alibi, so...
Talking about some really close shaves.
Well, you can't get a closer shave than Headsman's brand blades, that's for sure. The trial's not even over yet, and I'm already exhausted.
Still, you're able to fight back the queen herself in there.
Well, maybe with Miss Faye's help, I won't have to keep on playing her game much longer. Speaking of which, I guess it's a little late to be asking, but do you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. But that's all it was, so she should be okay.
Barbed head, horn head.
Oh, hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Rafa, you were really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess Rafa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess.
It was all thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. So, you have my gratitude.
Oh, don't mention it.
I know, I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow? A horse? Or perhaps I shall reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage.
Oh, that's okay, Your Benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough. Thanks.
I thought you Americans liked massages. My technique was highly praised by my father, I'll have you know.
Hey you, lawyers! Where's the accused?
Huh? Dirk? That's a good question.
Oh, god dang it, Dats. Did you smuggle him out?
Blew it big time, AJ. Dats?
Shut up, you!
What's going on?
The scoundrel tried to escape with the accused.
What?
We were able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found. Where are you hiding him, you miscreant?
I keep telling you, I got no idea where he went. I mean, yeah, we booked it together, but I lost track of him after that. So Dirk's on the lam now? Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye. Vanished? You wanna know something, AJ? Dirk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late. What? Don't tell me he's gonna rescue her. But that's what I am telling you. That's why I helped him escape in the first place. Dad, do you realize what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why do you choose to go rescue her now? Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block. Why, Dirk? I thought you believed in me. Oh, don't be like that, AJ. He'll be back as soon as he frees Amara. You'll see. That's not the point, Dats.
Listen, lawyer, you let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. The trial will not resume. See that you are ready.
Wait, the trial's still on, even without the defendant?
Those were Her Eminence's orders, so you will return to the courtroom at once.
Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads.
Seriously, you're not gonna arrest Dats? That's strange. Shouldn't you arrest him on the spot for, well, no, because, yeah, never mind. Now then, let us resume the trial at hand.
Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing.
What do you think, Your Eminence? Should we proceed without the accused?
Why not? My royal guard is searching for him as we speak. I shall find him soon enough, for they would not dare to keep me waiting.
Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings?
Then I shall simply revise it.
Wow. You are OP.
As ruling sovereign of Kurain, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia.
Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with the proceeding. Will witness Miss Maya Fey please approach the stand?
Why does everyone look sad when they go up to the stand? Sorry to summon you like this, Maya.
Getting dragged out of bed into court is not exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick.
I'm sorry, Miss Fey. It was my idea.
And you are?
Oh, right. I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you.
Oh, so you're Apollo. Nick told me all about you. You're the new guy with the loud voice and a bit of an unreliable streak, right?
Unreliable? What do you mean? I haven't lost a case yet. Well, that was 2 years ago. You've come a long way since. What? I won every single case in that game. Don't lie to me. I mean, I wouldn't have won the final case without your help, and the first case without your help, and probably the second case too. But I solved the third case. Everybody hates that case. It's true, I hate it too.
So why was I called here anyway? Am I under arrest again?
Huh? I guess no one's filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Fey, this is a trial for Dirk Sadmani, and you're here as a witness.
What? Dirk's been arrested? But...
That's not exactly the reaction I was expecting.
Miss Fey, you were suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga.
What?
Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least, that is what the defense claims.
Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How did you even reach that conclusion?
Oh, sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense.
Your understandable anger at the defense aside, will you testify, Miss Fey?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Witness testimony.
I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't channel Minister Inga. I didn't even have a chance to do something like that. Besides, I never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Though, I guess there are some things I go quietly along with.
It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever channeled Justice Minister Inga.
And if her words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You do understand that, don't you?
Yes, of course. It doesn't seem like Miss Fey is lying. Apollo, Maya was being awfully secretive about something just now, and I guess I'd better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first.
Yeah, she doesn't really know me at all, so I should probably, But, I don't know, Phoenix is with me. I like our first reaction to me is,
who are you?
It's like, oh yeah, you have no idea who I am. You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct?
I was exhausted after being held captive for so long.
That must have been terrible. Maya, Minister Inga didn't do anything to you, did he?
Oh no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked her for all sorts of things.
Like what?
Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of The Plum Punisher. Acting like a brat now, netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. He was surprisingly nice to me.
Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here?
He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. Even though he's the one who is responsible for pushing those execution papers through. Oh, that? Approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief.
With a wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear. I'm beginning to see why I want to stage a coup.
In any case, my time in captivity wasn't so bad, but all the things that happened.
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him.
Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know?
Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Amara's tomb the whole time, is that correct?
Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time.
Okay, then let me ask you something. Did you ever see Nana in the tomb? Dressed as Dirk.
Huh? Is this some kind of joke? I think I'd remember if I saw something as crazy as that.
Plus, I doubt anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. I hate when he's right. But I'm always right.
Oh, be quiet, you!
You didn't have a chance to channel him. Does channeling someone take a long time?
Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. But I was all tied up, literally. So there's no way for me to make channeling Mudra with my hands to do it.
Right. I actually really didn't channel Inga then. Maya, when mediums are done with a session, they can send the spirit back to the other world themselves, right?
Sure, unless they're still in training. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session, and they can send the deceased spirit away anytime they want.
So I take you can do that too, Miss Faye?
Of course! It's a cinch for the new and improved Mystic Maya Faye, a spirit medium.
That's strange. You seem like the same old childish Maya to me.
I'll show you, childish Nick.
It sounds to me like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye.
Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs.
Sorry, I didn't realize, Wait, we're in a court of law!
Yeah, I know.
And what was all that about me being rude? I'm just doing my job! So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding?
Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say.
You made a promise to Dirk?
Mm-hmm. A pretty big one.
I think this is about all you're going to get out of her. Yeah.
Enough. The witness is denying that she's channeling these spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. I don't even know why you suspected me in the first place. I mean, you don't have any evidence on me channeling Mr. Inga, do you?
Oh, evidence, huh?
There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I don't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left behind.
That's true. Just like when she channeled the High Priest, all Maya needs is her own body. If the defense has no evidence to offer, I'll have to end this cross-examination. What now? Even if she doesn't use any special items to do the channeling itself, you'd think there would be something to complete the deception. Is there any proof that Justice Minister Inga was channeled?
You bet there is. Really?
Well now. You're bluffing, I take it.
I'll be fine.
If we're right, then there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Time to do some serious thinking, Apollo Justice. Okay, we know that when Rafa saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right? Right, because if he was, Rafa would have immediately known he was being channeled. So that means he was dressed in his usual suit when Rafa saw him. Aha! Good thinking, Apollo. This might be the perfect angle to attack from. Alright, let's have an answer from the defense. I think it's the button. What proof do you have that Miss Maya Faye channeled Mr. Inga? Take that! Yay! Is that a gemstone? We found this among the ashes of one of the tomb's incense burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence?
What? What was that doing in the tomb?
Ah, so you too recognize it. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket?
Huh? I don't get where you're going with this.
Channeling Minister Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Rafa, especially if he were wearing your clothes. So you would have had to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him. Miss Faye, you used the minister's clothes as a cover while going from his room to the tomb, where you burned them once you no longer needed them.
What?
Uh-oh. She seems genuinely surprised by that, Apollo.
Miss Faye. Yes? Do you know my husband's name? It was, Inga Karkul Kurain, right? That is correct, in part, but there's more, much more. Inga Karkul Hako Disname Bayani Lava. Oh my god, Kurain III. That is his true name.
Could it be any longer?
Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. So, Miss Faye, did you know his true name? No. I mean, how could I? Precisely. Yet a medium must know both the face and true name of the one she seeks to channel.
So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Mr. Inga.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know? I didn't like, thanks to that last trial.
I can't believe this. Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off of some wrong assumption again.
Apollo? I was thinking.
Yes?
Since I didn't channel Mr. Inga, is it possible that someone else did?
Someone else? But who else could it have been?
I haven't thought that far yet.
It can't be you.
Such chatter without merit. Let's move on, shall we?
Oh! Queen Amara. Oh, she can channel spirits too, can't she? Ooh, and there it is. I don't care what Grant says, I'm gonna figure this out. If your woman's Miss Faye and the Queen has an alibi, then... Apollo, forget about who's capable of channeling spirits for a second. I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. We know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? Had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters. Oh, I see. We'll say Nena, and that's how we'll figure out that she's Queen Amara.
Wait.
Yes, but there's someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled the Minister Inga. There's just one more person, and they were in Inga's private quarters. That person is our only hope now.
So the defense believes there was another. Let's have your very serious answer then.
With pleasure.
Horned Devil. Who could have channeled Mr. Inga?
Skaboosh!
Nena.
Your Eminence said it yourself.
That's right. Nena never did go in the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters.
How do you know?
It's quite simple.
Oh!
Shoe prints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoe prints that belonged to Nena.
And then there's her benevolence's statement. She said that Nena disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards.
You are not seriously suggesting...
It's the only thing that makes sense. Nena channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since... That's why no one has seen her since, and why only the minister's shoe prints were found outside his residence!
No way!
That's gotta be it! Nena must have somehow channeled the minister. Slam my desk. All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You can't claim Nena is connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Nena to the stand. Well, Your Eminence?
Very well then. Let us call Nena to testify.
Yes! Now we can finally crack this case wide open. Let us adjourn while the witness is summoned.
There's no need. Nena is in the waiting lobby.
What? Nena's here. Thought she'd gone missing.
It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed, but her concern for Rafa brought her here today.
She took time off without Rafa's knowledge or consent. I'm betting there's more to her disappearing act than meets the eye, Apollo. Yeah. It's a nice trick having a background character turn out to be the big reveal of the game, though. Miss Nana, do you understand why you've been summoned here today? Yes, of course. I'll give her like the old lady voice for now, but when she turns back to Amuro, I'm sure. Her evidence has informed me that this man suspects I have committed a crime. This is Nana. That's quite the hairdo. Though I will say, I suppose I'm not as old as I had thought. If this horn-headed nincompoop would take me for a criminal. Nincompoop? Isn't that Rafa's favorite insults? I guess Nana rubbed off on her. What with all the times they spend together. You there, young hornhead. Yes? You're accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folk are so wonderfully open-minded. Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. Now then, will the witness please proceed with her testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not channel Minister Inga in his private quarters. Oh my god, the more I'm playing of this, the more Albie seems to be not related to this at all. I'm starting to die. I'm like, oh no, I'm completely wrong. I was feeling under the weather yesterday and decided to rest these weary bones. Besides which, a lowly servant such as I cannot possibly be an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Kurain. After Queen Amuro's passing, Her Eminence, Queen Garan, is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have to be that young lass Maya Fey.
And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her for nothing. Only those of the royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That a servant such as Nana could channel spirits is a most unamusing jest. On the surface, anyway. But our line of reasoning has led us to this end, that Nana channeled Inga's spirit.
Alright, the defense may now question the witness. Let's just press a bit, see what happens. No, it's very sunny. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do this because they said they wanted me to keep quiet, but I'm gonna bring up the fact that she's not dead. Objection! Oh no, this is not good. Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction, except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case. Well, is the defense going to follow up its loud objection with a sound explanation?
Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Nana's testimony.
Go on.
She asserted that she could not possibly be a spirit medium because, in Kurain, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits.
I fail to see the problem in that statement, defense.
Hold on, I'm getting to it, Your Majesty. Nana stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Amuro is still alive. At the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nana channeling Inga.
Come on, you're almost there.
After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming, despite having been killed at 2 p.m.
Almost. You almost got it.
That would mean that Nana channeled Inga. Even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so.
Wait. Is it too late to ask for a refund on my trip down the rabbit hole?
Mr. Wright, you may think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it'll give us the break we need.
Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are?
Yes, it's a huge risk, but I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo? God dang it.
That's... This photo's very existence, saying nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim that Queen Garan is the only remaining spirit medium in Kurain.
Horned devil, you mustn't!
Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence?
Will the defense please explain who is shown in the photograph?
The person in the photo is the previous queen, Amra Sigatar Kurain. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive.
What? But that's nonsense!
Take a good look at the law book in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Amra's supposed assassination.
Queen Amra's still alive?
Has the lawyer gone mad?
Well, I personally find it hard to believe. I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense.
Queen Amra's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet according to Dirk, she's actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amra is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here, in this very courtroom today.
But how? Satara!
Do not be deceived, young Majesty. The Red Pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. It is the cunning lowly art known as bluffing. But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue. No. That's where you're wrong, prosecutor. Because you'll be quaking in your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn now, Yuta, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amra is still very much alive and has been disguising herself as...
Wow, I called this so long ago! But that's...
This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far.
Boom!
The person who killed Minister Inga... Someone with intimate knowledge of the divination seance. The medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person, you get a spirit medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Nana. Your true identity is the former Queen Amra and the killer we've been looking for all along.
What?
Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell.
Oh my, such frightening allegations.
Indeed, and absolutely ludicrous to boot! Her Eminence Queen Amra yet lives. And is actually Miss Nana here. You have truly gone off the deep end.
You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Eminence. If Queen Amra truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now. Isn't that correct?
I can deny it no longer.
Oh!
The lawyer speaks the truth. Nana, the woman who stands here before us, is Amra, the former queen believed to have perished 23 years ago.
Paul! Kuka!
Finally. We finally got Inga's real killer on the stand. Nana, no. Amra Sigatar Kurain. Please drop the act and tell us what really happened.
Oh, dearie me. I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! 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 Yeah. Oh. No, it is Garan. Look at how she looks now. Doesn't that look exactly like the photo? Oh. That isn't Garan.
I was getting tired of masquerading as an old woman anyway. It has been far too long since I last greeted you, good people of Kurain. It is I, Amara Sigitar Kurain, your former queen.
Queen Amara! What? I'm standing now. And I thought Garan's makeover was extreme. Can it really be true? You are alive and well?
It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I cause all of you a great deal of distress. Amara, I'm sorry I was unable to keep your secret any longer. I hope you can forgive me. He's quite alright, Garan. I am safe now. For Dirk, that blackguard who threatened my life will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer.
Queen Amara! What does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago?
I barely escaped that blaze with my life. But though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicted the throne to my dear younger sister, Garan.
But the building of that great tomb, and disguising yourself as a lowly servant, why would you do such a thing?
Garan, I would have you explain. I wish for her to be close at hand. It was the only way I felt I could protect her. It was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who can conceive of Amara lowering herself to the station of a servant?
She's got that right. Even Dirk thought Amara was being held captive in some far-off place. He never even guessed she was living as a servant, right in plain sight.
I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is a quiet, humble existence, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. But those days of peace have ended. And it's all because of you, Hornhead.
You should consider yourself lucky if that's all this ends with.
If there is something you wish to say, then say it.
It doesn't matter who you are, you won't escape the crime you committed. The defense moves to indict you as Justice Minister Inga's real killer. What's this? You would accuse Queen Amara of homicide, a Grand Priestess of Kurainism. You can't do that! She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of her people. If you commit the crime, you better be ready to do the time. Be you a priest, saint, queen, or god. I've never met such an egalitarian person. Queen Amara, in your years disguised as Nana, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you knew you could dress in Dirk's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right?
Oh ho ho! What a curious character you are. You would label me a murderer? Me? The one who the people regarded as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself.
You may be a grand figure in Kurainism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me.
It would appear your words are not in jest. Am I to suffer the sullying of my good name with accusations of murder most foul?
Oh, please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. This lord knows not what he speaks.
Fear not, good Magistrate, for this is the sacred hall of justice. Though I am a Grand Priestess, on this stand I am but a witness like any other. I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence.
Your compassion overflow with your mercifulness.
Oh, young lawyer. My benevolence, I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw.
Huh? There's a flaw?
Nayuda.
Yes, your mercifulness.
Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered?
Dirk Sadmati, Maya Fey, and the victim Minister Inga. I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga. What? Why not? Because he looked at his body.
Do not keep the defense waiting, Aida. Explain how wrong he truly is.
Yes, your mercifulness.
Her benevolence, Princess Raven saw Minister Inga into the tomb around 2:30. Yet she, the defense, claimed the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara.
God, the voices are just killing me this episode.
However, for mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb. Then once she was done channeling, Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb.
Oh yeah.
Had she tried to exit before you all arrived, Princess Reva, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, her benevolence saw nothing of the sort. In conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being observed. And yet, was she there in the tomb when the murder was discovered, Defense?
No, she wasn't.
Now do you see? Your flimsy claim has been uprooted like a sapling in a flood. Well, that was entertaining, Prosecutor Sadmati. Assume the prosecution in this case and clear your mother's good name.
You wish me to take over?
Yes, prosecute your father to save your mother. What a poignant fate you bear, but bear it you must. Are you ready?
Yes, Your Eminence.
And there you have it, Your Majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish complete control of this sacred hall to your authority once more.
Why, thank you, Your Eminence. Now then, your mercifulness. Your testimony, if you please. Okay. The lawyer's theory is absurd.
Now to destroy your early absurd and barbarous theory. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling. My husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from the sacred hall. May the Holy Mother rain judgment upon the traitor Dirk Satmati for his crimes.
Oh, such marvelous testimony. You are truly a treasure, Your Mercifulness.
This, too, is but by the grace of her holiness. No doubt my unmasking here today was her will as well.
Oh my! The Holy Mother, you say?
Yes, surely her holiness has guided me to this witness stand.
Yeah.
Into the purity of the truth.
Oh, how magnificent! Queen Amara, the Holy Mother's messenger here on Earth. God, you know, the last time I saw a mastermind who summoned a bunch of animals, they also turned out to be very evil. Where did those animals even come from? Now then, the defense may question the witness. But remember, she is a grand priestess, so disrespect will not be tolerated. That means no pointing out conflicts, inconsistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony. Wait, what? What is this garbage?
My theory is utterly absurd and barbarous. And high-handed, if I may say so. Naruto is right to call you putrid-minded. Surely even the monkeys of Mount Pony's holy waterfalls could devise a better theory. Surely you can steal better insults than Naruto's best. Now then, to all of you gathered in this sacred hall, need I remind you? I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Well, maybe. You were hiding inside the sarcophagus. After all, it does technically belong to you. I bet you'd have no trouble opening it. If I had been in there, I could not have been here today. For the tomb's been under constant surveillance since the murder. I would have never been able to leave. I guess not. If I might ask. What's in that sarcophagus anyway? You're still alive, so... There is despair, sadness, hatred, and malice. Only one brave enough to see the truth hidden deep within. could discover the final hope, my continued corporeality.
You completely lost me. In other words, it's empty. But no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse.
Now, will you dispense with your theory? It is as empty as my sarcophagus. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I had stopped channeling.
I'll admit you weren't in the tomb after the murder.
Very good, but that very truth refutes your theory. Even if I had channeled Mr. Inga and entered the tomb, the moment I ceased channeling him, I would have re-emerged at the crime scene. Precisely. As you said yourself, Defense Queen Amuro was not there after the murder. The only living souls in the tomb at that time were ZachSongZ and Maya Fey. Be it in this life or the next. There is no escaping such simple truths.
Husband Dirk is the killer, but he has fled from us.
There must be a reason why he had to make his escape today. A reason? Perhaps. Perhaps what? Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in wait for another chance to claim my life.
What's this?
Objection!
No, it's definitely not like that, your mercifulness. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? After all, you two ran off together after you rescued all those years ago. That was only because he had the audacity to claim it wasn't me. You must believe me. It was my duty as a wife to her husband. To bend an ear to him, was it not? Communication after disagreement is the secret to a long and happy marriage. Sure, I guess. What do you think, Mr. Wright?
Don't ask me!
That's why I listened to Dirk. However, he didn't have a shred of evidence to support his claims. It grieves me to admit it, but my husband truly did try to murder me.
That's quite enough. It's abundantly clear that Queen Amuro's testimony is flawless.
Oh ho ho! Do you understand now, lawyer? This is bad.
The judge isn't going to let me cross-examine her much longer. Amuro should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it. How did she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that? It shouldn't be possible for normal people to... For normal people. Maybe... Maybe what? Your Majesty, I think I can explain why Queen Amuro wasn't there in the tomb after the murder. Very well, defense. Do explain. I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. And by using this special method, it would be possible for her to literally disappear. Well, don't keep us waiting. Let's hear it. How did Queen Amuro disappear from the tomb?
All she had to do was channel someone. Then she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else.
Why, I believe that actually makes sense.
What do you have to say to that, Queen Amuro? You believe that I, a Grand Priestess, would use the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit murder?
Oh! What the? Mercy or mercifulness! How dare you spew such vile blasphemy, defense? You will retract your last statement, or face immediate execution.
No, good Majesty. It is quite alright. Kuranism also teaches we must respond at all times with reason principle. Therefore, I shall offer him a measured response to his blasphemous accusation.
You have something to counter with.
Indeed. Now are you listening? It would not have been possible to simply vanish by means of spirit channeling. After all...
Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say, was she... No, who would she channel?
After all, it required a deceased person to channel. However, there's only one murder victim in the tomb. That was Minister Inga. The only others there, right after his murder, were Dirk and Miss Faye. Ah. I channeled Inga as you allege. Well, the outcome would have been quite odd, to say the least. For there beside the dead minister, a living, breathing one would have appeared. Even if I had been in the tomb, there is no one to channel except the deceased minister. So as you see, I could not have vanished by means of spirit channeling. That's what I was wondering too. It's true, but I can't rule it out yet. Because, well, what if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet. How absurd. If you channeled someone other than Minister Inga, you could have used their identity to disappear from the tomb. Is it good? No. It's not going to turn out that Dirk is dead, is it? Another victim? Queen Amra. Please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything. Wasn't there some sign of another victim there in the tomb? And yet, why do I sense I'm not gonna like what I'm about to find out? Oh no. Oh no! Oh, please don't be right.
Objection!
Oh. No. No, you're lying, game. No. I can't believe I'm presenting this, but it proves that there's another victim. Still, the only ones there at the scene of the crime were... No, it can't be! Oh, dude, that hurts! Oh, no! Why is he dead? I'm so sad now. Oh, that...
Would the friends care to share something with us?
Queen Amra, you knew, didn't you? Whatever are you talking about? If you won't tell this court, then I will.
Well, don't keep us waiting.
This case includes a second victim. One of the two people found alive in the tomb after the minister's murder was actually already dead.
But a second victim, Apollo.
Queen Amra, after you channeled Minister Inga and moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered. Oh, you putrid Peppa, of all the half-witted buffoonery to come tumbling from your lips. But I suppose I indulge you and play along with your little delusion. Tell me, Mr. Justice, who was the other victim? What the heck? There's no way this can be true. But... no, I can't stop now. If this is the truth, it's the only way forward to solving this case. The other victim who Queen Amra channeled was... oh, no! Oh!
Listen, son. Even if you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. There's no escaping death now that it has its sights set on me.
Oh, you might not like... Dirk knew everything, but he couldn't bring himself to tell me.
I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did.
No! He couldn't accuse the love of his life. The sad truth is,
The other victim channeled by Amuro was... What? You can't! That's not possible! The defendant, Dirk Sadmati, is the one Queen Amuro channeled. He's the other victim! This is insanity! Paul Kunka! Apollo! What are you... Do you realize what you're proposing? I demand an explanation, Mr. Justice! I don't know when or why Dirk was murdered. The facts and evidence speak for themselves. And this is where they've led me. I see. After Inga's murder, Dirk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and being channeled by Amuro... But it can't be, can it? Dirk's bloodstain at the scene of the crime was the clincher for me. He wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? The only logical explanation is... Dirk had also been murdered. Slam my desk. That's enough! Your explanation cannot be the truth! And you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion! Ryuta, I wish it weren't true. I wish with all my heart that I'm wrong! But as much as I don't want to believe it... yes, I can prove it. Dirk's killer must have hidden his body. It would have to be somewhere no one would ever look. And there's only one such place. You truly have proof. The fastest way would be to actually have someone go check the tomb. Go check the tomb? But why? Because his body's in the sarcophagus. Because I believe Dirk's killer hid his body here. You would suggest Queen Amuro's sarcophagus, the only place in the tomb that no one would dare look. Plus, the killer would soon become trapped by hiding in there. But a body, well, that's a horse of a different color. Which means... I believe we must search the sarcophagus at once. Your Eminence? Being that Queen Amuro yet lives, I suppose we may now open it. Oh, dude. Oh, this case is messed up. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Oh, this is a sadness like none other. This is like Kaede levels of ow. Like, oh, what is this? This isn't, and this is a different sadness than when Fulbright was the Phantom. This is like, this is pain. This is like, no! At least if they're evil, they're alive, but if they're, oh. And the fact that he knew makes it hurt even more.
If we must.
Your Majesty, I believe Detective Sky is still there at the tomb. Let us contact her at once and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter. Now then, Detective Sky, your report, if you please.
I'll start with my findings.
Please be wrong. Please, please, please let me be wrong about this. I just want things to be as they were. Don't say it. No!
Search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears to be several days old.
A body? Tell me it wasn't Dirk. Tell me my whole theory was completely off base.
I have a photo of the body, and I have positively identified it as...
No!
Dirk Sadmati.
Why? Dirk! Oh! No! No! Oh! Oh! Why? Why'd this have to happen? Damn it, Dirk! Answer me! How can this be?
Traitorous Snake, the very head of the insurgency, murdered. Oh, what a joyous day! Those fools shouting for change and revolution will finally return to whatever rocks they crawled out from under.
Why? Who? What? Was I even fighting for? Apollo. What am I supposed to do now? Son. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get the truth. But, Dirk, what if the truth is that you're... Apollo, in court tomorrow. You may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept, but I know you, and I know you can handle the truth no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son, after all! Oh, you believed in me that much, Dirk. This hurts! Dirk, I think I finally understand. I can't yield. Not now, not ever. Not after Dirk believed in me, despite knowing what was about to happen. Besides, Dirk left me with two things I must do. Are you alright, Apollo? Sorry about that, Mr. Wright, but I'm fine now! Oh, you're saying my name. Detective Sky!
Yes?
How sure are you that the body's been there for a few days?
I'm positive. No autopsy has been performed yet, but I say it's been at least 3 days. Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying.
We haven't talked to the real Dirk at all!
Oh, and the chest area bore 3 gunshot wounds from a small caliber weapon. I believe they are the cause of death.
At least 3 days, huh? It means Dirk was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States. Then who was channeling him? I think it would have to be someone who could get into and stay into the US without arousing suspicion. He also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this is who was channeling Dirk when I saw him in the States. Oh, it was Maya. Of course. Maya? Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time, so it seemed only natural that she wasn't around.
Right. Do you remember what she said earlier? So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding?
Sorry, but I promised Dirk I wouldn't say.
You made a promise to Dirk.
Mm-hmm. A pretty big one.
Dirk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Defiant Dragons would lose all hope if they found out, and that would snuff out the flames of revolution for good. Miss Faye, Dirk told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he?
I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yeah, I promised not to tell. Dirk made me promise before he died.
So, I was right then.
Apollo? There's something I need to tell you. It's about, you know, Dirk's final moments.
Aww, she's crying. I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments?
It was soon after I was kidnapped. Dirk paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. I'd say it was a few days before Minister Inga's murder.
Hey, young lady. Time to get you up and out of here.
Oh. Huh. It's that revolutionary guy.
I'm here to rescue you.
You are? Why?
I figured things were a little too quiet with that stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started digging around. That's when I found out you'd been abducted.
But why would a rebel help me?
Let's go before it's too late. It already is for you, pal. Long time no see, you rebel blowhard. Inga, I know you're up to something, and I'm gonna find out what. Oh! Ugh! That's got us smart. You become a real thorn in my side, see? So it's time for you to be pushing up daisies. Oh! Oh!
Dirk!
Did you really think a pea shooter like that? Or could kill a dragon? What the? What are you, some kind of freak? Nuts to this!
Dirk was shot several times, but he barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. These ropes! I've gotta help you.
Relax. It's gonna be okay. Sorry things turned out this way, but it doesn't look like I have much longer.
No, don't say that.
You're a spirit medium, aren't you? When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit.
Stop it. Don't give up like that.
If you do, untying a rope like that will be child's play.
No. Please, hang in there. You can still make it.
Promise. Promise me. One thing, young lady. It's about my son.
Dirk. He's talking about you, Apollo. He said he wanted to see you one last time. So he asked me to return to the US and channel his spirit.
You really said that?
Mm-hmm. He also said he'd been meaning to visit you for years, but kept putting it off. And that this was his last chance.
You show up here without warning after all this time. What gives?
Came all this way to see you, son. Come, rejoice.
Right. Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Dirk, you really did come to the US because you wanted to see me.
I guess this means it was Inga that hid Dirk's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb.
Hollow, you can't stop now. Dirk would want you to keep pressing on.
I know, Miss Faye, and I won't disappoint him.
Defense, if you are ready to proceed, I would first have you answer this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case?
Yes, and I believe I can explain everything now.
Very well. Your explanation, please.
Dirk entered the tomb at 3 p.m., the time the hostage exchange was to take place. Or rather, Dirk, as channeled by Miss Faye, did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 p.m., Mr. Inga was already dead. I'd say that because we know the minister was murdered at 2 p.m., but there was someone else in there. This person was already hiding in the tomb, waiting to channel Dirk in place of Miss Faye.
Boom.
It was you, wasn't it? The fact of the matter is Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 p.m. She then went to his private quarters and channeled his spirit. The minister, thinking he was going to be late, hurried to the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb, Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when Dirk entered at 3 p.m., she snuck up from behind and forcibly drove Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body. Drove his spirit out of her body? Impossible.
Actually, there is a way to do that. With a Megatama of parting, that is. Using one, anyone can drive a spirit out of a person's body, even if it refused to leave.
Are you telling me that the extra pale brown Megatama in the tomb was...
Oh.
that it was...
That's right, Prosecutor Sadmati. And you've seen one in action before. You saw the glowing red Megatama sent the High Priest back to the Twilight Realm. Oh, and how it turned to a spent pale brown afterwards.
In other words, the brown Megatama found in the tomb looks that way because its power being used up in pushing Dirk's spirit out of Miss Faye's body, right? I probably passed out as soon as Dirk's spirit left my body. I was exhausted after channeling him for so long, after all. After that, Queen Amara must have dressed up as Miss Faye in her usual outfit and tied her up.
Oh, dressed up Miss Faye. Sorry.
I'm not sure where she got the outfit. We can assume she had it all planned out. Then, Queen Amara must have changed into Dirk's clothes, smeared blood onto them, picked up the knife, and channeled Dirk's spirit. That's how she made it look like Dirk had committed the crime. And that's how she escaped, right under our noses!
I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched.
Dirk, what was going through your mind while all this was unfolding?
It's a guy saying this, but I don't know who it is. Huh. So ultimately it was all for naught. Oh, so ultimately it was all for naught. Sorry, I just thought, I don't know.
Nayuda, those dreams of revolution Dirk was always
spouting?
He placed nothing but false hope in the minds of the people, and in the end, they were simply fantasies. Nayuda, how can you...
Karma has spoken. The dream of revolution is withered on the vine. Its fate is sealed. The other insurgents will soon wake from the shattered dreams. No, Dirk's dream can't die like this. I'm not gonna sit back and let that happen. I can't, and I won't! Now, Yuta, don't forget that Dirk's been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder. Now the rebels and their sympathizers who have been calling for his release can't be charged with abetting the accused. So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun! No, Dirk has not yet been proven innocent. You have merely indicated the possibility of his innocence. What do you mean? Dirk's indeed dead. However, what if it was Dirk who killed Minister Ingo while being channeled by Miss Fey, and while the crime could have occurred at 2 p.m., you've yet to substantially prove it. Or do you have conclusive proof that the time of Minister Ingo's death was at 2 p.m.? Well, no, I don't, but...
Seems further testimony will be required of me. As it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion, I would like to state my case. Prosecutor Sanmari, the rebellion must be snuffed out once and for all. You must prove Prosecutor Sanmari to be the foul murderer he was. And every last insurgent and their sympathizers was found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act. As you wish, Your Eminence. Why is Nayuta doing this? Garan shouldn't have him under her thumb anymore. Amra's not a hostage, so what gives? Nayuta, what's left to chain you to her like this?
Very well then, Queen Amra. Please proceed with your additional testimony. I don't know, I was like, man, I'm so good. I figured this stuff out, like, oh, I'm gonna get it all right, right?
Well done, lawyer. You painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, Dirk could have committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Fey. Now let's end this charade. Charade, I don't know why I said charade. For the eternal glory of Kura-E and its people.
Ugh.
Do you understand now, you putrid pepper? There's no point in defending Dirk any longer. It has all been in vain.
Let it go and move on, right? Well, not today.
Your theories about a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze. But no more. This ends here and now.
The defense may proceed with its cross-examination. Huh. I didn't see any immediate contradictions, so maybe I need to press a bit.
I admit I don't have any solid evidence. Yet.
But you're the only one who could have committed the crime.
What on earth do you mean?
Including Miss Fey, there are only 3 spirit mediums in Kura-E. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Garan was with me and Mr. Wright, while Miss Fey was tied up in the tomb. That means the Dirk we saw after the minister's murder could have only been channeled by you, Queen Amara.
Insolent lawyer!
Ah! Forgive us your mercifulness!
Really, Your Majesty? Ah, but have you considered the following defense? What if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spirit medium in Kura-E?
Oh, come on! What are the chances? You lack the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is the killer, which is why you have had to use the process of elimination to zero in on her. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities as well. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spirit medium defense? Of course I can't. Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are 2 ways to establish Amara's guilt. You either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb. Okay, we can do that. Which one can I actually prove? She was in the tomb. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred.
Seems you're ever bent on painting me as the killer. Well,
The shoe fits.
Very well, let us see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of the crime. You do have some, do you not? There is nothing to prove I was even at the scene of the crime.
Oh yeah? Then what about this pendant? Boom. Because he had a blue pendant in his photo, I noticed that.
Queen Amara! Does this pendant look familiar to you? Why, that is...
We found it in the tomb. It has the minister's blood on it, which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime.
And I failed to see how it is relevant to your argument. Did that not belong to the accused? That's what I thought too.
After all, Dirk had said it did himself.
He said that?
Yes, but it was a lie. Because I believe he was covering for someone.
Covering? How? For who?
There's a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't Dirk's. That's for the accused body, is it not?
Yes, it is, and I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot on it.
This right here proves that the pendant was found in the tomb and wasn't Dirk's. You will notice an object near Dirk's left arm. It's an identical pendant, except it's blue. Oh, now that you mention it. Don't you find that a little strange? Why would he own two of them, but in different colors? Here's what I think. The pendants were meant to go together as a pair. A pair. The blue pendant was Dirk's. Then what about this pink one with Minister Inga's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to?
Sorry to disappoint, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant. Therefore, we have no way of knowing to whom it belongs.
Now are you that stupid?
Ah, but that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Sadmati. I'm guessing you didn't know that this pendant is actually a locket.
Come again? Now this is where it gets interesting. When we open this locket up,
we found a faint fingerprint inside, on the back of the lid to be exact.
What? No.
So now the question is, to whom does the fingerprint belong?
Slam my desk. Queen Amara! It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Oh.
It seems I've truly rendered the witness speechless this time around. This cannot be! Mother, tell me it does not belong to you!
Now, Yuda,
Think about it, Queen Amara. Dirk must have realized that you were channeling his spirit, and he had probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him.
But why would he do such a thing?
You really don't know. He was protecting you. Because he loved you. He loved you until his very last breath, and beyond. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. Dirk knew everything, even that he was being used, but he kept quiet, all for your sake.
Dirk, why do you always...
Well, Queen Amara? Dirk, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you going to betray him now?
Dirk,
This cannot be. I refuse to accept it. Queen Amara, are you ready to confess to your crime?
can deny it no longer. The truth is, it was I, Amra Sigatar Kurain, who slew Minister Inga.
That's preposterous! Why? This is beyond belief.
Mother, why would you? Forgive me, Nayuda. I never wished to cause you such sorrow, but I had no choice. It was the only way. The only way.
So, in the end, Queen Amra and Durksod Mani. I suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive.
I don't think the state of the kingdom or the instance of the past would have allowed that.
They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak.
Queen Amra, there's something I need to know. You staged a near-perfect crime, so why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it could come back to haunt you. I did not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband, and I cannot bear any hatred toward him. I was unable to discard this, or part with it for even a short time. As with Dirk, I've never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years. Mother. So she really believes it, that Dirk tried to assassinate her. Your Majesty, is it not time to declare Dirk innocent? I would ask that you do this for my beloved, who now dwells in the Twilight Realm.
Very well then. Your Eminence, Oscar Sodbody, if you have no further objections, but they do because we haven't solved her case yet.
This cannot be! My mother! I have no objections. Dirk, I did it. I finally did it. I proved your innocence.
Oh, okay.
But
very well then. Being that Queen Amra yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. Oh, I see, yeah. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for all to see. Therefore, I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Durksod Mani.
hold it!
It's gonna be me. Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, hold it! Your benevolence. I cannot accept this.
Is something the matter, your benevolence?
Queen Amra is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amra would not have killed my father.
What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Nana?
Rafa.
No, she's right.
Speak the truth, Queen Amra. Did you really kill my father? Yes. There was no mistake.
She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicion. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings.
But Barbed Head, Horned Head, are you going to let this stand? Dirk's been proven innocent, and he's about to be declared not guilty. Even so, something doesn't feel right.
Apollo, if you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you.
There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet?
Should I push to continue this trial? Let's go, boys.
Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. And the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial. Hardhead!
Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? One important fact about this case is yet to come to light. The murder method, the motive.
Queen Amara. There's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga? That is a fair question, and one that I shall now answer. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga Kurain. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity. Further tragedy. For the past several years, Mr. Inga has been rapidly expanding his power. He'd established a secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. And he even had this overwhelming support of the people, but he was still not satisfied, hungry for more power. He began planning a coup d'etat.
You mean his plot involving the Founder's Orb, which led to Maifei's abduction?
Yes, Mr. Ringa planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power, after which he would assassinate Garan and usurp the throne. His machinations were reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered unto me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amid the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling. And Inga barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage, away from prying eyes.
But I bet you the twist is gonna be, this isn't actually Garan. Garan's the one who killed him. And your Albie theory was completely wrong!
I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... 2 p.m. during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister.
Oh! Oh! My bracelet! Apollo! Yep. Seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amra, I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep on playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made.
If I must.
Boom! Let's go. Oh, I see. Her finger was twitching there. Gotcha! Boom! Boom. Queen Amara, you're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite of channeling, are you? I can tell because the finger on your left hand twitched almost imperceptibly when you did.
Oh?
And that pose you make. Is there something about your chest that makes you nervous?
Whatever do you mean?
The murder occurred at 2 p.m. And I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. So why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? The rite of channeling. Didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Queen Amra, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It was secretly taken by a certain individual.
Such insolence. I don't have the perpetrator's name at once.
Sorry, no can do. You see, I just happened to find it on the ground, so...
Do you take me for a fool?
How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later, because right now... there's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. Just wish there was more to see in it than darkness and more darkness. We might be able to make out a few more details, some image adjustments. Let's ask Emma if she can help. Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice.
God dang you, stop calling me here. Here you are. I was able to obtain a much more clear image by using the brightness.
Oh, what's that right there? An injury? No, wait. I think it's a burn scar. I was right. I was right the whole time. Wait a second. Your Eminence. You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. Oh. What's going on here? Oh, come on. If the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan, then who is it? Oh, it's not that difficult. Queen Amra, the person in this photo isn't Queen Garan. It's you posing as her, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and position of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same, and you were both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan. Queen Amra,
You have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove your round mandala so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Look! It's the exact same burn scar as the one in the photo.
I don't understand.
I knew it. So the person in this photo really is. Yeah.
Oh, that was me.
Queen Amra.
This is absurd. Are you suggesting they switch places? Amra's confession earlier was also false.
Mother, what is the meaning of this? Don't you see? This changes everything! We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 p.m., the exact time the murder took place.
But what? That would mean Queen Amra couldn't possibly have committed the crime.
Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi, so Minister Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amra.
I'm afraid I no longer follow defense. Was it not Queen Amra who channeled the Minister and the accused to stage the crime?
Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Dirk could have only been there in the tomb if she were channeling him. Which means... while Queen Amra did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga! His real killer is someone else!
Polkrunka! It was Garan. What's going on here? Was there mercifulness covering for someone? If Queen Amra is not the killer, then who is?
Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Garan was going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places, and for what reason? The answers to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amra's alibi, obliterate a certain someone else's alibi.
Boom! Why, is that some kind of joke?
No, your majesty, I can never joke about something so grave. The only one who seemed to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Grand Sigatar Kurain. Queen Amra, didn't your sister Queen Garan ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have you drive Dirk's spear from Miss Faye's body and then stage the crime to make it look like he was the minister's killer? And at 2 p.m. while you were performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garan, did she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Dirk? Well, your mercifulness? Huh? It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth now. Mother. Justice Minister Inga's true killer is...
What? What the heck was that? Mother! No! I really did it! Your Eminence, my life is yours!
Isn't he one of Garen's royal guards?
Queen Amra! Bailiff, arrest that guardsman!
Mother! Garen couldn't have... Could she?
Someone call for an ambulance! Quickly now! What was that? No! No! You can't end it there! Oh, you piece of garbage game. Oh, I hate you. You are the worst. I hate you with every fiber of my being. Wow. 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 What an episode. That was a painful, painful episode. Like, am I the only one who felt that? Like, did anyone else feel like they just got sucker punched the moment they realized what happened? The moment we realized there was another victim, it hit me, and I was like, no. And then, like, I was close to crying. I'm not gonna put up the, the man face or anything. I was almost in tears. If Apollo had started actually crying, I probably would have started crying too, if I'm being perfectly honest. But Apollo held it together like a man, and I was like, no, I need to be like Apollo, Can't cry over a fictional character. But, oh, God, this case is so good. Oh, I can't get over how amazing this case is. And it seems to just get better. So my Albie theory doesn't seem to be doing as well as I hoped it would, but I might be completely wrong, and yeah. So I feel kind of bad about that, but I still think Rafa is probably Queen Amura's daughter, and I really want to assume Albie is too, but I don't think that's possible. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say from here. Besides, this game is awesome. I'm loving it. And, yeah, next episode will be, well, depending on how long it is, it might be the finale-ish. Because it's going to be the finale to the overarching story of this game, but then there's another episode, a DLC, which I've heard is basically just fan service, and it's amazing. And I can't wait to play that. But, yeah, we're going to finally end the revolution tomorrow. But, God, Dirk, come on, man. That hurt me. Oh, I still feel it. But I'm going to wrap up today's episode here for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Seriously, was awesome. I'll screen playing it till the end as always, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.